Look at this kitchen counter. So clean. This one, not so much. The first may seem safer, but both could be harboring the coronavirus.
There's a common misconception between cleaning and disinfection.
That's Bryan Warcholek. He's the general manager of the COVID-19 response team for Aftermath Services.
Anybody without training can clean. It's going to be everything that you can't see that needs to be disinfected.
He's going to explain how to properly and safely disinfect your home.
At a bare minimum, you're going to want to have gloves and potentially a paper mask and goggles. When you're preparing to disinfect, you're going to need towels, whether it be paper towels or drop cloths or whatever that you have to wipe the surfaces. You're going to need to have some sort of disinfectant. You're going to want to assure that that disinfectant is on the EPA's list that specifically kills the coronavirus. If you can't find any disinfectants in the store, you can make a bleach mixture at home using 1/3 cup to a gallon of water or 4 teaspoons to a quart of water. When working with bleach, make sure that you're in a well-ventilated area and wearing the proper PPE. Step 1 is going to be identifying the surfaces that you're going to disinfect. So you're going to pick out your high-touch areas, whether it be your light switches, faucets, doorknobs, things that you know for sure you're going to touch, things that you wouldn't even think twice, when you touch it on normal circumstances, but you're going to have to really have heightened senses of what you touch on a regular basis. And even outside of the home, there are certain surfaces that you probably are going to want to disinfect: your exterior doorknobs, your mailbox, the handle to your vehicle, things like that you wouldn't normally think would be high touch, but you do touch them every day. Step 2 is going to be preparing the surface for disinfection. You're going to do this by using the towels that you have available with warm water or warm soapy water. You're going to wipe down all of the surfaces that you are going to be disinfecting to remove any surface gross filth, dust, debris, whatever it may be. Now that you've cleaned the surfaces, they may appear clean, they may appear that there's nothing there, but it's going to be what you can't see: the microscopic bacteria, microbials, viruses that you can't see, that you have now prepared the surface for the disinfectant to work on. Step 3 is disinfect your surfaces. Now that your surfaces are ready to disinfect, you're going to want to don whatever PPE that you do have available. Gloves, masks, and goggles would be best for starters. Then once you have on your PPE and you're ready, you're going to apply the disinfectant. If your disinfectant is coming through a spray bottle, you're going to want to mist it onto the surfaces. You're going to want to make sure that you are not saturating or leaving pooling behind. You need the disinfectant to do its job, and it needs to be misted onto the surface, and it has to stay damp for the allotted cure time. If you have a wipe, you're going to want to remove it from the container that it's in. Apply it to the surfaces by wiping back and forth across the surface. You're going to use that wipe until it starts to dry up and it's no longer leaving any disinfectant behind. Step 4 is wait. You're waiting for the disinfectant to do its job. It varies by disinfectant. Some can be as soon as instantaneous, and some can be up to 10 minutes. Always refer to the label that's on the bottle, or refer to the CDC's recommendations for how long to let it cure. Step 5 is going to be to rinse the surfaces. The best practice is going to be to fold a kitchen towel into fourths, damp that towel, and then use one side of it to do one sweeping motion, open it up, use the other side of it. That way you're getting the most out of that towel when you're rinsing the surfaces. It's best practice that each swipe is about 5 to 8 feet. If you're using paper towels, one towel folded in half should cover the same 5 to 8 feet. After this, the surfaces will air dry, or you can dry them by hand with another paper towel or another towel you have available. After you are completely done with disinfecting, you should probably repeat the process depending on your lifestyle. If you're in and out of the home several times a day, you're going to want to do it several times a day. If you work from home, 2, 3 times a day should suffice. It should be in the morning, afternoon, and evening though. I think when people are getting comfortable in their homes, they're getting complacent and they're not thinking that they have to disinfect surfaces. But you truly don't understand who has the virus because they could be asymptomatic. So you do need to take the extra precaution regardless of what the surface may look like already.